so proudly we hailed, and the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets trembling, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land under the fray, and the home of the brave. Because we are the brave. Yes, we are the brave. We'll fight to rename the name of the brave. We are the US of A. For those unaware, that flag is still there. It's our future to save this land of the brave, the US of A. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free, in the home of the
God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Thank God it's Friday. Woot woot.
You can't take my freedom, can't take my land, you can't take my guns from me, young man. Don't tread on me, you'll fall where you stand. I played dirty as a dog, Lord, forgive my sins. The world that we're living in is going to hell. You'd rather bite your tongue and buy the stories they sell. I'll stand my ground till the day I'm gone. Salute the ones who never made it home. I bleed red and my stripes are white and my skies are blue. I don't call 911. I was raised with guns that I like to shoot. I was born and raised hell. I was raised to stand my ground. I keep one hand on the Bible, and a middle finger to the man. I keep one hand on the Bible and a middle finger to
See,
the
we
man.
soldiers in this new age and tread on enemy lines. Old school in our veins and never change with the hands of time. All these crooked politicians on a mission just to find all the brains they can wash and all the rules they can't apply. Just a bunch of sheep inside these fences, always sleeping, mostly senseless, medicated, incarcerated. I hate to say it, but the truth is vicious. Lied to and deprived too. They got us in the system. Middle finger to the man. You either with us or against
I'm
us.
bleeding red and my stripes are white and my skies are blue. I don't call 911. I was raised with guns and I like to shoot. And I was born and raised hell. I was raised to stand my ground. I keep one hand on the Bible and a middle finger to the man. I keep one hand on the Bible and a middle finger to the
See, we
man.
soldiers in this new age and tread on enemy lines. On school in our veins and never change with the hands of time. I said we soldiers in this new age and tread on enemy lines. Old school in our veins and never change with the hands of
I
time.
bleed red and my stripes are white and my skies are blue. I don't call 911. I was raised with guns and I like to shoot. And I was born and raised hell. I was raised to stand my ground. I keep one hand on the Bible and a middle finger to the man.
Morning, everybody. Thank God it's Friday. Woot woot. So let's see, we got some peeps in the house. Also, Savage Lee, Scat Pack, Mr. William, Mitch, Miss Loretta, Mrs. Meadow, Huckleberry. What's up, brother? What's up, Eric? Let's see. KP Heathen. Hey, there's Big Dusty, Little Dusty. Good morning. Cover CQ. What's up across the pond? What's up, Tuck? Morning. Oh, by the way, I don't know if Mrs. Meadow can hear me. I think it said something about she was headed out, but Mrs. Meadow, if you hear me, then Tuck was wondering if you could see him. Hey, so check this out. I got a cool little cut day before yesterday, and I thought it was pretty damn cool. So the cup of today is business owner, because badass multitasking miracle worker isn't an official job title. Woot woot. And thank you for sending that. The person that sent that, I won't say the name unless they wanted me to. What's up, Oops? Oh, so Tuck, no, apparently she still can't see you. So what you'd have to do, Tuck, is that means you must have either you blocked her or she blocked you. But so you got to go into your studio and then down under the settings and under your community, you'll see where you have your moderators, and then down up below that, you'll see the window of blocked people. And so you might. Well, Tuck, just so you know, Mrs. Meadow said that she checked hers and you're not blocked on her end. So then you'd have to check your end. And I have no clue on a phone. Me no sabe. Okay, well, Tuck said he cleared his block list. I do not know then. If you guys have both checked your blocks, then okay, Tuck can see your comments, Mrs. Metal, but you can't see Tuck's. Is that what? I mean, I'm not even really. I'm assuming that's y'all's. Love it. My coffee cup says, "Here we effing go again." I mean, good morning. My daughter got it for me. Hey, that's right on, Miss Loretta. I got another one in there that I've had for the longest time, and it actually says, "The more I know people, the more I love my pets." Hey, Widow's Diary. Morning, morning. So Mrs. Meadow said, YouTube took Tuck away. I can see him in my chat messages, but not in chat. Okay, I was going to try to decipher that. So you can see him in chat messages, but not in chat. So you can see him like, what, in like, I don't understand. So the chat messages, but not in chat. So like if somebody else, I don't know. I have a brown mug with coffee beans on it that says coffee. So there's no errors in the morning. So like whenever but you don't see him in other people's channels, but just in your own. Oh, okay. So you can see him in the community page, but not in any of the streams. That is some weird shit. Some weird shit. Yeah. So, hey, man, it's Friday. You like your sugar with a little coffee and cream? Sounds like a friend of mine. Yeah, just straight up. Every now and then, that liquid dessert stuff was kind of cool back in the day. I'm just kind of over it now. Just straight up out the thermos. That way, you eliminate all the fancy foo ha ha. You make the job simpler. My cat is limping pretty bad today. She doesn't seem to want to plant her foot. Sorry, y'all, I'm here. Oh, damn, Savage. So, like, did the cat get into something, get into it with something, or I don't know. Man, I was going to play a couple of songs, give a little time, but then, boy, I tell you what, last night I didn't hardly sleep for shit. I was so pissed off. That, man, the way that North Carolina, Tennessee stuff is going down just pisses me straight off. That's it, Miss Dusty, Big Dusty. Big Dusty, Little Dusty, y'all Dusties. Straight up. That's it. Don't need no fancy foo ha ha. You just got to take the thermos. I was lazy this morning. I just poured it from the coffee pot over there into the thermos because I didn't want to have to roll over there and then try to stand up or something, reach for the coffee. That's it, just straight up. Tuck says, Savage, check her claws if she'll let you, see if they're all there. Oh, yeah, she might have snagged one of them bad boys on something and it pulled out, and it's one sore little pad. The pad be disruptive. Oh, let's see. I don't know. I don't know really want to. I got several that I'm just kind of. I like the rhythm. I like the beats. Just not sure which one I want to do. What's up, Grumpy? Hey, by the way, I think what me and Grumpy were talking, and I might say, my damn hat seems crooked. I think my head's off kilter. I think my head's about 3 degrees off axis. No, but anyway, me and Grumpy were talking. If you see the posting, it's a deal. But we're seeing kind of how things go. But we might be doing the WROL in the morning. We might do a little round of the world without the rule of law. I will tell you, I'm going to show you some clips from a video and stuff, but one thing about the message is one thing about North Carolina should be teaching all of America. Everybody in America should be understanding this one fucking fatal point for North Carolina, Tennessee, Georgia shit. And that's that the government's not coming to help. So if you don't notice anything else about all this, you ought to at least notice that the government ain't coming to help. So oh, that's cool, Grumpy. We can do one, both. I am at your disposal, kind sir. But I do need another cup of coffee or so. Well, not really, but get the eye boogers out. What's up, Watchman? Morning, morning. Well, Huckleberry, they didn't, because it wasn't as obvious as it is right now. This one here is just straight up obvious shit. And it's like but people just don't know. Did I see Mayhem? What's up, Mayhem? On the road again. Now they've made an excuse to keep the Blackbird sitting. Oh, man. Wait, This is some cray shit, man. Mad Shag, greetings from the Erie Coast. What's up, brother? Miss Sandy P. Morning. That's it, Matt. That's the song I should. Rednecks know how to do it or something like that. I forgot. What is that? Is it Colt Ford? Can't remember who sings that one. Big Schmo. Rednecks do it right. Man, we need some tunage though, because I do need just a minute. Purple skies now seen in Kentucky. Hey, they're saying that people saw that before that stuff rolled in. By the way, have y'all seen the little story about the Florida guy? It's that little one-legged dude that rode it out in his boat. Some badass shit right there, buddy. Homeboy hit it. So, hey, I'm not leaving company, but I'm just going to leave y'all with a little tunage, I do believe. We just refill your coffee cup. Give me just a moment. And boy, have I got some shit to show you.
My pappy said, son, you're gonna drive me to drinking if you don't stop driving that hot rod Lincoln. Have you heard the story of the hot rod race when the Fords and the Lincolns were setting the pace? That story's true, I'm here to say, 'cause I was driving that Model A. It's got a Lincoln motor and it's really souped up, and that Model 8 body makes it look like a pup. It's got 8 cylinders and use them all. Got overdrive, just won't stall. With 4 barrel carbs and a dual exhaust and 411 gears, you can really get lost. Got safety tubes, but I ain't scared. The brakes are good, the tires fair. Pulled out of San Pedro late one night, and the moon and the stars were shining bright. We was driving up old Grapevine Hill, passing cars like they were standing still. All of a sudden, in the wink of an eye, a Cadillac sedan passed us by. I said, boys, that's a mark for me. By then, the taillight was all you could see. Now, the fellas all ribbed me for being behind, so I thought I'd make that Lincoln unwind. Took my foot off the gas, and man alive, I shoved it on down into overdrive. Well, I wound it up to 110. My speedometer said that I'd hit top end. My foot was glued like lead to the floor. That's all there is, there ain't no more. Now the boys all thought that I'd lost my sense, and them telephone poles looked like a picket fence. They said, slow down, I see spots. The lines on the road just look like dots. We took a corner, sideswiped the truck, and I crossed my fingers just for luck. My fenders was clicking the guardrail post, and the guy beside me was white as a ghost. Smoke was coming from out of the back when I started to gain on that Cadillac. I knew I could catch him and I thought I could pass. Don't you know, by then we'd be low on gas. They had flames coming from out of the side. You can feel the tension, man, what a ride. I said, look out, boys, I got a license to fly. And that caddy pulled over and let us by. Now all of a sudden she started to knocking down in the dip. She started to rock, and I looked in the mirror, red light was blinking. Them cops was after my hot rod Lincoln. Well, they arrested me and they put me in jail and they called my pappy to throw my bail. And he said, son, you're gonna drive me to drinking if you don't stop driving that hot rod Lincoln.
Man, you gotta love a little sleep at the wheel. So what's up, Roni? Morning, sir. Morning, John. PAMT, what's up? Morning, morning. Let's see, did I miss anybody else? I got Mayhem. I got the Shadster. Oops. I think I said morning to Oops, but if I didn't, there we go. So good morning, good day, good afternoon. By the way, Miss Cindy, I noticed that. Ready to get the Friday rolling. What's up, Brian? Morning, sir. I'm telling you, man, duct tape is the solution. One all be all. Put duct tape on it. By the time the duct tape falls off, the problem is no longer there. It's just kind of weird how that works. Whether it's a spitting person or a bleeding wound or a rattling part, somehow it works all the way until it falls off. And then the problem just ain't there. So check this out. Swing. Man, that little shit's playing catch up with me. There it goes. I was going to get it tucked over there out the way. So this guy, his name is Sean Ryan. He's got his own show. He's a vet, all that. I posted a link on the community page to this whole video, but there was a couple parts I just kind of want to, somebody that's into this, the cutting and stuff, we need somebody into the cutting. Hey, does that help with the light? That does. Pain in the ass on my eyes, but it helps. So anyway, I thought I'd play this for you guys and listen to this. First off, so the lead into the story is, so a baby was rescued, but apparently, so the stuff you've heard on the news and seen in the newspapers about National Guard rescuing a baby, well, it's all bullshit. And then you're actually fixing to hear the guys that actually saved. It's an 11-day-old baby that they saved. It's a pretty solid ass story. So we'll listen to this for a few minutes. Hope everybody enjoys it.
Different government organizations were trying to take credit for saving an 11-day-old baby that you gentlemen actually saved. So what is...
Yeah. So
I'm going to play that video right now.
Yeah.
You don't see anything up there? See, I hate this program. I don't know. First time I showed a video on this program. Do y'all see anything on the screen? Okay. All right, then here we go.
Overlay it on the episode.
I really don't want to make this video, but it is literally a matter of life and death for the people of North Carolina. So my name is Jonathan Howard. I'm a member of the Florida State Guard Special Missions Unit, and I'm also up here with Aerial Recovery, a nonprofit. I came up here on Sunday with Aerial Recovery before we even got activated. We flew up here, and then we got activated, which was great. I have my team up here working as well. Here's the problem. I'm going to tell you everything that's happening from the ground, what I'm actually seeing, because what they're telling you is complete bullshit on the news, and these politicians don't have a fucking clue, and they're lying. And I'll say this now, I'll say it at the end of the video. The only thing I need from this video is helicopters. If I have helicopters, I can save lives. Without helicopters, I can't reach these people. It doesn't matter how many chainsaws and trucks I got, I can't get to them. They're 10 miles in, 20 miles, 40 miles in the mountains. There's no way to get with them or even communicate with them. I am literally flying around in a civilian helicopter looking for SOS messages carved in the mud or painted on the ground, and we're dropping down and saving them. What got me fired up about this was yesterday, me and my team did the rescue of that 11-day-old baby. And all these government officials and social media, they're showing that video, that pictures and video of that rescue, and claiming that like they have some like government helped with that. And I mean, even USA, I think it was USA Today, wrote an article about it saying it was a Florida National Guard that went and got it, like with a helicopter. No, it was me, my buddy Charlie, and a civilian named Zeb with his own personal helicopter out of Wilmington, North Carolina. Like without that civilian, that baby would be dead. And the old lady we went and rescued after that, she'd be dead too because she had 1 day left of oxygen. No one was going to go get them. I will tell you, when we go up in the air, I probably see 40 civilian helicopters, and I might see 2 Blackhawks, National Guard, military, whatever they are. That's it. No one's out there doing rescues. I have my entire team up here from Florida right now, and they have no ability to go rescue these people other than what they can drive to. And the people that are in dire need, they're out in the mountains. They are completely cut off. Now, I will say, I spoke to my congresswoman down in Florida, and she's a badass, and she made a bunch of phone calls, and now we got 2 contracted 60s coming up here tomorrow, which is great. I love that, but like, I still don't understand why we don't have more helicopters. Like, we'll get a lot of work done with that, but there's no military. There's no one's doing nothing. It blows my mind. And they're not even allowing people to see what's really going on. One of our friends yesterday, they were actually escorting CNN down at Lake Lure, and they wouldn't even let CNN, the sheriff department would not let them go videotape the bad areas, how destructive it is. I don't know why they don't want to show you all that, but I mean, it is bad. I should also say, when I flew here on Sunday, they actually stopped us from going in, the sheriff department. And it was because of a bunch of politics that they were claiming was the Speaker of the House of North Carolina that was preventing us from even going in and trying to kick us out, which I have clarified today with North Carolina politicians that reached out to me, good on them. And they were like, that's complete bullshit. Speaker of the House has nothing. He wants you guys there. But this is the kind of political BS that is happening here right now. Like, everyone's trying to be in charge without taking any type of action. Nobody wants to coordinate with anybody. Everybody wants to pretend like they're being the hero while these people are literally fucking dying in the mountains. And these people, like I'm saying, these people are limited medication. They're running out of oxygen, and there's no one going to get them. The most effective way I have found to go find these people is by getting in a helicopter and flying down the rivers and roads and looking for SOS messages or people waving us down. And then we drop down and get them. We have all these people here. We have law enforcement. We have State Guard, National Guard. They have no way to go get these people. Yesterday, when I was at the Asheville airport refueling, which, by the way, the civilian is paying all this out of his own pocket. He's not even looking for a reimbursement. I think we did 4 refuelings yesterday. And that was like just in half a day's work. We're in Asheville, and I saw 2 Air Force helicopter 60s. And I knew they were PJs, just looking at them. And I went up to them, I'm like, hey guys, like, what are y'all doing? And like, this is what you need to be doing. This is how I'm finding people. And they're like, we can't go. We're waiting on Title 10 orders. And I'm like, what? They can't get any authority. There's military helicopters all over here sitting on the ground, and they can't do nothing. Even my JSOC boys in Fayetteville, they can't get orders to come out here. It is just the most disgusting thing, and they're killing these people. And I don't know why they're doing it. I don't know what kind of conspiracy. I've heard so many things, whatever you want to come up with, but they are literally allowing these people to fucking die in the mountains right now because we can't get helicopters. They got money for everything else in the fucking world right now, but if they could just get us helicopters, we could fly out there and rescue these people. So I hope this video goes viral. I hope these politicians get fired. I hope people get pissed off. They'll probably kick me out of the state of North Carolina for doing this, but you know what? I don't care, because if I can save one more life for it, it's fucking worth it to me.
Yeah, so
That's such a, I mean, and that's boots on the ground shit right there. And by the way, I wanted to say, morning, Joe. What's up, buddy? Hope all is well. Let's see. I saw Moonchild. That's who else I saw, and I thought I saw somebody else come in. Matt? I I don't know, man. I start losing track, and I'm so sorry. So good morning, good day, good afternoon, wherever it's working. Oh yeah. Hey, kiss off. Morning, morning. It's for me, this is just, see, that really hits home versus just hearing somebody scream about how bad it is, to, because that dude understands the job, which the guy on the left is the guy that has the aerial recovery, and they're international, but they're all privately funded out of their own pocket stuff. But you and I wish that the one drawback is this thing doesn't let me show timestamp on the video, and I had little marks to know where to kind of go. But all right, Watchman, make it a good day, bud. Keep your head on a swivel. Oh, this is going to be, I got to say, let's see. Man, see, I wish I could. I just had to guesstimate.
That baby rescue, we did that elderly lady. And then I started seeing those videos kind of going out. It was the very next day, day 3. And that's why we were told as our unit, we were going to have like coming down through our commander. So I obviously completely was, and I made that video to stop him from coming here. And they were telling him, if you come here, they're not going to be able to.
Wait a minute, what?
Oh, yeah.
They loaded an entire.
Join me and my special guest for the next behind-the-scenes experience.
Well, here, y'all don't have to listen to that. I apologize. That's his little, for his channel, but it's right at the tail end of this. And son, Kamala Harris, son, I don't know. We all know that chick is bad, but had no idea how bad was until this.
And we'll continue to bring you more as we grow. You can gain access for just $15 a month.
Well, that's his thing.
Exclusively
and I ain't pumping it,
at Vigilance
so
Elite
don't think I'm
Patreon.
pumping it. That's his whole deal.
And then also from that video,
Listen
I started
to
getting a
this.
lot of messages like to my Instagram from like actual like aircraft commanders, like squadron commanders.
No kidding.
I had a squadron commander from North Carolina reach out to me. They had to load a C-17 full of supplies just to take a photo op for Kamala, and they never sent the bird.
Wait a minute, what?
They loaded an entire C-17 full of supplies for the hurricane victims just for Kamala to go there, take a photo, take a video, and they never sent the C-17. It was just
Are you
full.
serious?
Yeah, that was a National Guard, North Carolina National Guard unit. That was a 06 that reached out to me. And then I had another.
He reached out to you to tell you that they did a photo op and with the intention of never sending.
Never sent it. It was just a photo op.
See, check that out. Hey, morning, coffee. What's up? So that whole C-17 full of supplies was just straight up show. Theatricals. Just straight up photo op, not even like, well, we're going to be like 2 days behind. No, they just literally did it for the show like a set. Everybody talks about all the fake movie stuff. There you go, dude, in a recovery. I mean, the soullessness that you have to be to take pallets of food and water and put them on a C-17, take video, take your pictures, and then unload that shit, knowing damn well there are thousands of people that need that shit ASAP. I mean, you have to be totally soulless, and that's just straight up. And then it gets a good old Joe Biden goes in there for a 4-hour window and stops all air flight. That's the next little story you're fixing to hear. What's up, Blackbird? Morning. Good morning, everybody. If I've missed you, I'm sorry. So good morning, good day, good afternoon, good evening, wherever it's working for you. Well, I'm with you on the coffee, Joe, which, by the way, y'all check this out. I showed everybody earlier. Oh, wait, here, let me do this. And so somebody sent me this cup, and I thought it was pretty awesome. It says business owner because badass multitasking miracle worker isn't an official job title. That stupid reflection. But isn't that badass? I thought that was pretty badass. So here, check this out.
Day Joe Biden flew in to Asheville, they had to put up another temporary flight restriction over like the entire airspace there. There wasn't an exact time. It just kind of said from like, I think 11 to like 4 p.m. or something. And it wound up being, I think, from 11:30 to about 3:30 or something. But by him coming there, he actually never landed. He just flew around viewing. But because of that TFR, all rescues were shut down. We couldn't go do work. And that was the very first day we had like no fog, no clouds, no rain. And we were like, oh, we're going to go get all these rescues in. And this was still earlier in the week. I think it was Wednesday when people were still very, very desperate. So I ran to a senator from North Carolina the day before at the Asheville airport, and he was telling me about it. He was like, we're trying to stop him from coming here. And they were telling him, if you come here, they're not going to be able to do their job. Like,
Can you tell me what senator?
I don't remember his name. I don't remember his name at all.
Okay.
It was just old. He was an older guy. I know I was told he was a Republican, had no idea who he was. But he was like, we're trying to stop him from coming here so it doesn't slow down rescue operations. Because at this point, it was still life or death. But he came anyways, shut us down, and me and him were literally just sitting there with our helicopter right in front of us for like 3.5 hours. Mm-hmm. And we couldn't go do one mission during that time. And then by the time we got done, I think we only got maybe 2 missions in before it got dark. But it was just, that's the kind of political nonsense that was happening. And then I think the next day we had fog again.
Did anything come of the president flying over?
Well, he didn't even remember that he flew over.
Yeah, he didn't remember.
What do you mean?
He got interviewed
Check this out.
after he landed, and they said, Mr. President, what do the people in the storm states need? And his response was, what storm? Or what he said, I'm trying to remember what storm you're talking about.
Are you serious?
And then he said, oh, they have everything they need. We're very happy.
Footage, watch.
They have everything they need.
Quote, word for word.
Yeah,
They have
it's
everything
all
they
over
need.
the media right now. I mean, it's everywhere. But yeah, it was just,
We'll pull that clip and insert it as well.
yeah, but it was just the nonsense where it was like all crews just got shut down.
What do the states of the storm zone need, Mr. President? Guys, what do the states of the storm zone, what do they need after what you saw today? Oh, in the storm zone? Yes, sir. What storm they're talking about? That's everything they need. We're very happy.
It's just a non-functioning government, just like we just said. Secret Service isn't functioning. The border isn't functioning. Chinese are coming in. There's a fentanyl crisis. I mean, the outrageous spending. I mean, the only thing that seems to be functioning in this country is the IRS. And hopefully that changes soon.
That's the kind of stuff that was happening. I had a
It's crazy, man. It's but this is why, as the phrase goes, elections have consequences. The senators, the mayors. Oh, coffee first. That is the Sean Ryan show. I have a link to the whole episode on my community page. Not trying to do some self-promotion thing. I'm just, but that's where it's at. It's the Sean Ryan show. So you can just look up Sean Ryan show on YouTube and watch it directly on his. I share a link on mine. I'm not trying to self-promote. It's not like that. It's a very, I mean, it's most of the stuff that you hear. It's like I think most people that have come in here, you kind of already know just how crooked and corrupt and everything upside down everything is. But I don't know. For just me, I'm just my mindset, the way I think. hearing it from somebody boots on the ground, understands the job, listening to the actual descriptions, it just has a bigger impact on me. It's like when you listen to those guys talk about the landscape now, you know, they get it. They know there's some of them people aren't going to have electricity until probably after the first of the year. So, and that's just, it's so sad because we literally, as a country, we have the total resources, you know, and because we're so used to hurricanes. See, that's never happened. So, you know, there is no, we know what to do kind of thing. And we're so used to the flatter areas, you know, Florida, Texas, Louisiana, you know, and then you get the Arkansas and Oklahomas that are connected in like that. So, but that's going from a landscape that's just kind of like this to all of a sudden like this. And it's like they were even talking when they first flew in. You know, you see these pictures, so you think, oh yeah, I can see the river, and you know, now it washed out the roads. They landed and were talking to people, and some sections of that river are only like 6 feet across and a foot deep and shit like that. So it wasn't like some raging river. It became that after all that water collected and come washing down. And like he was talking about, is just you literally are having stuff that's getting washed off and down, and it's just becoming a rolling dozer almost, you know, and it's knocking the bridges out. So there's no roads to access stuff. There's no bridges to cross the river into other areas. So all this has got to rebuild. You got to literally rebuild the roads, the bridges, the whole infrastructure has to be rebuilt. And it's just, I'll say it straight up, under a different administration, it would start getting done. But as dysfunctional and as distracted and divided as everything is, unfortunately, though, it's bad. Rescue, if I may, anyone helping Pinball and Patera, they're asking for donations to be dropped off at the church so FEMA doesn't steal it. Yeah, that's cool, Miss Loretta. Yeah, no, I don't mind. I promote Bear within Bear Independent, the Grindstone Ministries. That's just, but like I've told y'all, you know what, y'all know who you're comfortable with. So just, you know, you just say you're comfortable with these people, then there you go. The only ones I'll shoot straight in the thing is like the American Red Cross, is which to me has always been a joke. There have, you know, yeah, they've been there sometimes, you know, with the food kind of thing, but as far as being the American Red Cross, man, whatever. They're all tied up in the bureaucracy, which, by the way, you know, usually if I complain about like FEMA or American Red Cross and those, it's not so much the workers as it is the management and supervisory level, because that's who tells people to sit still. Joe speaking, I don't have to go to the clinic anymore. Rehab doctor wrote me a script. Oh. 2 days of rain, then 29, 36 inches of rain in 24 hours with all the hills and nothing. That's it, Eric. See, down here, that's what happened to us. That's what shifted the house, because we got all this rain, and then the hurricane came and brought more rain with the wind, and everything was saturated. But it's flat, just, you know, bumps in the road kind of hills. Nothing, you know. Our biggest concern is just the flooding and then it's going to go down. See, that's another key. Like down around here, Louisiana, Florida, even Florida will go. The waters will rise, but then they're going to go down, so they'll run off there. There was nowhere for it to go, and it just destroyed the whole landscape. And when you just kind of break down the actual jobs without all the politics, without any, and you just kind of go, okay, we got to rebuild roads. Okay, you're going to cut parts of a mountain and shit and haul material and build a road. Then you're going to have to build bridges crossing the river to connect these roads. And then after that's stable, now you can get utility trucks in there to start doing poles and running electric lines and shit. And it's just, not to mention just all individual businesses that like, hey, wow, there was a town right here and it's not here anymore. We got to figure out what to do. And you just, that, man, oh man. And it's devastating. Oh, that's cool, Eric. Yeah, I don't know how much that Grindstone Ministries and them dudes, that aerial recovery, they said they were having stuff flown in. And he said that's actually the saving grace is the communities. Which, I mean, and that is good, but man, you just, it's like he even them two there when they were talking about it, the $750. Money's not their thing right now. They don't need money. They need medicine. They need food. They need water. They need shelter. They need some cold weather gear and stuff for what's coming up on them. That's the shit they need. They don't need money. They don't, because there's nowhere to spend it. It's like they were talking about going, you got $750. You can't get anything delivered. And that's even if you have a way to communicate. There's so many other people don't even have a way to communicate. Matter of fact, he talks about one family they came across because where they were at, they had nothing, no cell connection, no anything. And so he walked 5 miles up over a hill to go to another area and was able to get a cell signal to then get on Facebook and say that this is what they needed. And I want to say that they said it was an insulin thing. One of the people with family members might have been insulin, but it's like, and like the one guy with aerial recovery, he said the biggest thing to take out of this is the government is not coming for you. And, it's not a matter of, I got to say, as I was listening to him, everybody got their own choice on, stacking stuff. And man, a way to cut wood. A way to cut wood, if it's electrical, way to recharge the battery. If it's gas, extra jugs of fuel. Because I will say one thing, and that's especially if you're up around forested area, because it's like that. They came across people that would be, I mean, you just got all these trees down and all this wood and all these, and if you needed to, I started thinking about, wow, you know what, if that did come down and your neighbor or hell, a family member, part of the house was collapsed, you might need to cut your way in to get them out, or to leave and try to evacuate and start climbing somewhere to get attention. You might have to cut your way out. And it ain't going to be a machete, not unless that's your environment you're in, but, and it's just so, this is what would be good to have, like, somebody ought to try to organize like little buildings. I'm sorry, they do these stupid ass little FEMA trailers. Like when the hurricane come through here and when Katrina come through, they had no problem running through, just throwing out FEMA trailers left and right, pew, 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 and didn't even want to come pick them back up afterwards. Well, I know. Why don't we get with like some of these little building makers, the Morgan Shed or whatever kind of thing, and just start having people assemble them? You can actually even C-17 those things in to people for winter. Because it's just, man, winter's coming and that's going to be hardcore. Savage. And I'm, sorry, I'm just not I don't know the pinball guy. I only watched him a couple of times. I'm not a fan of the demeanor. That's all I'll say. To each their own. Don't know nothing about him. Ain't saying shit. He just sounded I think I've watched him twice. First time I was like, damn, he's kind of, yeah. And then the second time I think somebody in chat must have pissed him off or something. He got real condescending. And I'm like, okay, yeah, this just kind of gets me stirred up when I hear people talk like that. I will donate, but don't watch that. There you go. Appalachia has already seen temps in the 30s at night. See, that's because, man, think about it. I mean, you even if you have your shed is what's left, but you now got winter time coming, and even if you got cases of water, you got winter, which granted, you got plenty of wood, just need a way to cut it up and get it burning. Well, it's not so much, Capac, I think, dividing with words as it is, but we need to make the shift from soft men to strong men to get out of the weak times. We need self accountability. We need, we really need accountability across the board, governmental wise and self wise. We've got to set a different picture. Is it just me, or has the government response been declining over the years? Back in the 90s, I remember the response time was pretty good and they did logical stuff. Well, it's the bureaucracy of it, Mayhem. It started out good, but then, the secretary got a secretary, and then they ended up getting a secretary, and this manager got an assistant manager, which has an assistant manager, which has 3 supervisors. And then this regional guy, well, he's got to have like 4 or 5, 6 assistants underneath him. And so next thing you know, you've bloated the shit. And so what was coming in and then going out now goes in and gets spread across the internal bullshit. It's kind of like donating money. You donate $100 and, you're hoping at least 25 reaches the actual target. Because everybody got to be like, well, if I'm going to do this paperwork, then let me take this little part. Well, I'm going to make this call, so I'll take this little part. Well, I'm going to process that, so I'll take this little part. And then next thing you know, the dude that needed it, the person that needed it, whatever the event was, it's like, here's your change. I'll trade 59,000 of my neighbors for one. Oops. For one pinball. Oh no, I don't look at him either way. Can't say I have no respect, or I just don't know him. And I guess if not knowing somebody is like the bad thing, then we're in a judgmental time frame right now. It's the Marxist corruption of government. It slows and stops everything. We're all living history right now, right, Eric? Never been down these roads before. I'm glad I wasn't the only one that noticed that. Gov is the control system they have to con before they control. I guess. I don't know. I don't bother with all the word semantic stuff though. Oops. You know, the whole vision. I don't know. You can just see it. There's good. There was good. We built the country, used to have fun, had good little cool clips, encouraged people to get out, and then it's an evil mentality has kind of taken over and redirected everything. So I don't know. And it don't take a lot to see it right now. This shit is so obvious and in your face right now. You hopefully more people take that video and share it out amongst your channels. If you do the Facebook, Instagram, and all that good shit, share that, because at least that gives people without a narrative. Here's two guys that went and did boots on the ground work, and here's what they saw. Matter of fact, that one dude even cracks up because apparently on one of his posts, he got fact checked in his own footage. And he's like, I was standing there. It's like, but he got fact checked by the fact checkers. And so it's just, but share it out, because the more people will become aware of these elected people that you got to say, you do get a vote. It's we the people. So it's finding out. It's kind of putting down the little hobby thing and taking a moment and finding out what your representative is doing. It's like, is your representative one of those people that was kind of supporting the whole squashing of stuff and keeping things at bay? Then those people need to be changed out. You know, whatever mayor that was being a dick, the sheriff dude, if you watch that video, there's a sheriff who acts like a happy ass, and replace him. Don't fall for the bullshit that it doesn't matter. Don't fall for the bullshit that you got no vote. That only works when they convince you of that. Half this country is on a watch list, so females having a hard time finding new workers. Right to whatever by the storm and never seen a FEMA truck or car. Yeah, well, that's the Glenn Beck and Representative Corey Mills. They just happened to be driving by and looked down and saw them, a FEMA truck. And they have no clue. That's why that's just such a cluster. They have no clue how to manage that. They don't even handle flatland ones worth of shit. So they don't know how to handle that. And I don't know who the governor is of North Carolina, but whoever that governor is of North Carolina needs to be replaced. So everybody in North Carolina ought to just start pitching a bitch, because that dude, North Carolina, I'm sorry, you kind of got access to some shit right there. You could have had an immediate response. And so regardless of politics, that dude got to go. That dude did not have any of those state citizens in his best interest. So, and see, it's like simplicity of that. You saw that person's action, hold them accountable. You know, matter of fact, this right here, I don't know, it'd be nice to think that at least wakes up enough people. You can de-seat these people. You don't have to wait like next to the next term. You get enough numbers. It's part of our whole founding. So, hey, morning, Sherbert. Morning, Miss Tammy. You know, Mad Shed, I noticed that. What did I go to do? Oh, I went to post a link in my community page. And by the way, here's a little side workaround for that. So I went to post the whole link just in a chat in the community thing. You know, I was going to just post this link, and all of a sudden it popped that up. You know, you got to verify. What? Well, what I did to work around it is I took out the HTTP / www dot part, and I just started with the beginning of the address, and then it didn't ask me for that, so I was able to post that up. But yeah, I was going to try to post the link, and I had to verify my identity, and I've had this account since YouTube was in beta. Well, no shed, check it out. When you go to share it, just take out the www, everything from www dot, everything before that. Just start with the first word. So like if it's the web address is www.madshad.com, just take out the everything before the www dot. So if it's the HTTP / take all that out and just start with the M of like madshad.com, and it'll post then. And it's kind of funny because most browsers are smart enough to understand that you're wanting to go to www, so it's still clickable. Yes, Miss Sandy, see, that's what I chose when it finally, I said, just build my history. And so it's like, well, it could take, I don't care how long it takes. Hell, I've had the damn thing for over a decade, so who gives a shit? But this all happened after I got out of YouTube jail. But see, I haven't been in YouTube jail, although I think, just shoved over in the corner sometimes, but that's because y'all will sit there and go, oh, I didn't even know you went. And it's like, yeah, well. But I don't know. And I was watching that whole thing last night. I was actually just kind of going, okay, well, I'll probably go to bed here in just a short. And then I saw that and I was like, oh, yeah, let me go ahead and I want to watch that. So I started watching, and man, it was just like the more I watched it, the deeper I got into it. And then I was just like glued to it to the end. And I'm just like so pissed off. And then it took me like another hour and a half to finally just chill on the blood pressure. Because it's just, I don't know, man. When there's just a different mindset, you know, those are lives. Matter of fact, it was so bad that they would find families that were like, you know, oh yeah, no, we're just going to hang out here. You know, they'll get the power back on in about a week. And they would literally thinking that this little bit of damage that they saw down in front of them was all there really was. And they were having to tell people, and then they would show them video of just how bad it all was. And they were like, oh. And then it changed their perspective. So it just, man, oh man, oh man. A life, that's matter of fact, he even talked, they ran into some families that had literally sold everything they had and moved to North Carolina up into the hills to build the little house, you know, and to kind of, and it's like, wow. Can you imagine that a couple years ago? You sell everything and you make the move up there and you kind of got your little homestead going down, and then this comes along and just washed everything away. And like he pointed out, that so many people up there don't have like home insurance, much less flood insurance. It never floods. And they just got taken out by a flood and a mudslide. So then the state sold and protected. It's all houses and apartments now. Oh, is that Florida? What do you mean, Miss Tammy? Which part? I'm sorry. My bad. I wasn't really paying attention. That's what they want, to keep us so overwhelmed while they destroy. Man, 1985 called, they want their joke back. Oh, the video, it's called Sean Ryan, and it was one I had showed just a while ago, clips of it. Hey, PMT, do you mind posting that link again if you happen to still be here listening? Sharing your live. Okay, Shed. Cody Cheese, get the date right. It's not 1883. Technically, we may not be allowed to post links from it. Oh, okay, Miss Tammy. Yeah, sorry about that. There was and I noticed that's I guess we lost PMT. On YouTube, if you look up the show, is the Sean Ryan Show, and he has an interview he does with two guys, one from aerial recovery, and the other one is actually from it's a new thing. Oh, that's another thing for people in Florida. That dude that was doing most of the talking, he's from, I forgot the name he calls it, but it's kind of like the Florida State Storm Response Team or something. And they've only been formed for like 2 years, I think he says, and this was actually their first deployment. But DeSantis has actually set up a response team, almost like a storm SWAT team. And hopefully more states. Will pick up on that. Yeah, there you go, Savagely. It's the Sean Ryan Show. And you can't miss the video. It's Hurricane Helene. There he is. And there's the video. Thanks, P8. Oh, roger that, Mad Shed. There you go. You adapt and overcome, sir. You just adapt and overcome. Hey, it's a small little latrine break, so I need to find you a song over here. We're going to go with a little Uncle Cracker. So, latrine break. Refill your cup of coffee, grab your glass of tea, refill the whiskey, whatever is working for you. We got night shifters. So, pack the bowl, roll one, get your cigar, cigarette, whatever's getting your day started, because thank God it's Friday. Bear with me, and I shall be right back with you. I won't leave you. Just momentary pause. Little Uncle Cracker action. Some Thunderhead Hawkins.
Mr. Hawkins. I know a cabin down here in Tennessee where you can't find the forest on account of the trees. And old Perry Foster, he got something to say. And you can smell the pigs 'cause they've been cooking all day. I don't need no critics, I don't need no suits. I just need somebody who can tell me the truth. You can keep your opinions, you can keep on walking. I'm gonna raise my glass here to Thunderhead Hawkins. I don't need no critics, I don't need no suits. I just need somebody who can tell me the truth. You can keep your opinions, you can keep on walking. I'm gonna raise my glass here to Thunderhead Hawkins, yeah. Miss Mary Jane, she always looks like a star, but the rock and roll banker likes to sleep in his car. You won't hear no Opry, you'll hear 6 strings, and you won't know what to do when you hear Thunderhead sing. So I don't need no critics, I don't need no suits. I just need somebody who can tell me the truth. You can keep keep your opinions. You can keep on walking. I'm gonna raise my glass here to Thunderhead Hawkins. I don't need no critics, I don't need no suits. I just need somebody who can tell me the truth. You can keep your opinion, you can keep on walking. I'm gonna raise my glass here to Thunderhead Hawkins. Yeah, 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 yeah. Mr. Hawkins got a family tree. He got that legendary cabin down there in Tennessee. You know he'll pluck that guitar. Everybody gather around. You stay close to the fire when the sun goes down. Oh, brother Merle, he's always waiting in the wings. Only man up in them woods wearing all them gold rings. Old Mr. Hawkins, he won't do nobody wrong, but he'll tear your heart out with one sad song. He said, I don't need no critics, I don't need no suits. I just need somebody who can tell me the truth. You can keep your opinions, you can keep on walking. I'm gonna raise my glass here to Thunderhead Hawkins. I don't need no critics, I don't need no suits. I just need somebody who can tell me the truth. You can keep your opinion, you can keep on walking. I'm gonna raise my glass here to Thunderhead Hawkins. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Doing the heist. And poor old Shad, he got heisted in the heist. Hey, what's up, Mike? Hudson Valley prepping and survival. By the way, I saw some kind of notification. What'd you post? Some about the Borealis, the Northern Lights? Did you post a video or something up of the Northern Lights? In the sky, not the strain. Auroras last night. Right on, right on. Hey, I'm gonna try to find the clip towards the end of this video, because I just, man, y'all ought to hear how this town reacted and what was going down. It just, the arrogance of some. I just don't know if I can. Trying to guesstimate about where it'd be. So y'all, if it sounds like I'm bouncing around, just give it a minute. Once I start to let it play, then that was the part I was paying attention to. But I still recommend everybody watch it, the whole thing. It's an hour and 15 long.
They were contracted on behalf of FEMA to come talk to him.
There's a bigger plan, and maybe they don't want people looting. And I know on the last day to make it through hurricane season. So I don't, once again, mainstream media is, contradicting itself and likely is completely full of shit.
So FEMA's running out of money?
Well, according to the secretary, probably not. Cool. Are there any government officials reports that FEMA's blocking aid and blocking supplies? Do you?
Okay, this is what I wanted y'all to listen to, this little part. Oh, wait, hold on. The missus is right here.
We got two of those out of the two
Oh, then I need to start.
younger ones.
I need to check their feed, because what it is, if I understand correctly, if they don't have enough calcium, then it doesn't finish.
But we don't know which one easy. The other one already busted.
Oh,
It had a yolk in it, but it didn't. The other one that busted had a yolk in it, but it was very thin like that.
I'm going to show you all this. So she went out to check on the chickens. So you understand, this is all jelly. See it? So they didn't, if I understand correctly, chickens, this will happen if they don't get enough calcium and actually form the shelling around it.
But the other one's doing fine.
So, well, I got to start looking into what is causing this.
The other one is fine. She's been doing. So I'm thinking this is the one that hasn't been laying. Now all of a sudden she's laying.
Could be, I don't know. I'll have to
The
look.
other one was just hard. It was fine. But you know, we've always only had one egg every time, and then this is, I had two of these. One busted on me. So,
I had that happen back with the first hatching batch, but it was like the newer eggs. That's why I think it's a calcium thing.
they're both eating the same thing.
I'll have to look it up. I don't know.
And I don't know which one's laid and which one's not. That's the problem. Okay.
Okay. Sorry, I'm not ignoring you guys.
I'm fixing to have to go. I love you.
Oh, you don't get to see this. This is not adult rated. This is PG-13. All right, Mama. Love you too. Be careful.
All right.
Okay. The clamshell. Yeah, see, I think something's changed or something. And yeah, PA, that's there's people that say they do that. Is that apparently is. There you go. Thank you, Sandy. Yeah, the eggshells. I need to try to start doing that. Milk, it does the body good. So yeah. So okay, here I wanted y'all to, because this is, I don't know, it's a few minutes, and I'm caring, so I'm sharing.
You think, I don't want to just jump on the bandwagon. Do you think they might be, if they are blocking aid and supplies, do you think that there's a bigger plan and maybe they don't want people looting? And I know on the last hurricane down in last year when Sanibel, Fort Myers got hit, I know they were keeping people from, this is from Mark Turner, they were keeping people from going to Sanibel to do aid because they didn't want people looting. Do you think that could be?
I don't think they have a plan. I think it's complete incompetence is the problem.
Okay.
So there's not some big grand scheme.
It's like the Secret Service.
Yeah.
Yeah,
complete failure.
I personally never saw one FEMA person the entire time. I saw.
Are you serious?
I never saw one. The only one I saw was that like protection security team they brought in from California. It was like an FBI like a raid team. They're just sitting there where the food supply was, where we would usually stop to get food, and they're just sitting there in plates, like full plates, long guns, suppressors. And they were cool. Like we went and talked to them. Most of them were former soft guys, but I was like, why are you? I was like, what are you guys doing? And they're like, oh, we're just here on behalf of FEMA. And they're like, ever since Katrina, they always had like a security team. But I never saw like a FEMA official. They were just sitting there literally like plates on, just waiting for something. And I don't think they ever did anything. But a couple of guys, we said, the guy at the airport, Rutherford, is it Dean? Whatever, they got Devin. He had FEMA like contractors. They were contracted on behalf of FEMA come talk to him about how they kind of wanted him to like start running operations there, but no actual FEMA officials. So I personally never saw any FEMA officials. The only, I think, politician I ever actually saw was Lieutenant Governor. Who else? I saw Pat Harrigan. He's a buddy running for Congress up there. He's their former Green Beret. I think that's it, I want to say.
Yeah.
Like there was like no actual like officials other than like fire chiefs and stuff like that. Like there was no.
I don't think FEMA is evil.
Mm-hmm.
Like the people who work at FEMA are not evil. I think they're just a part of a big bureaucratic system that is so large they're not efficient to get the job done.
Yeah, I don't want to I don't want to demoralize anybody that is working for FEMA, for National Guard, for government organizations who is legitimately just trying to help. This is an issue at the highest level.
And that's what I was talking about earlier, because I think there are people that are probably standing there just don't know what to do, and because most of the FEMA is volunteered, kind of, so they get pulled in as the management level. See, and there's your problem. The management level comes in, and then they pull the volunteers in from different areas. And when that layer is all screwed up, then there is no direction. Gonna do a woods walk today. Oh, there you go, Mike. 33 degrees last night. See, it's rolling in, ain't it? This is the time when y'all start dropping in temperature, huh? I know our days are cooler. We're starting out today at like 58 degrees, which under normally it would be cool. People that work for the government are brainwashed. Well, and I guess, and some of them just have because I can see it. It's just like there's people that work at a Walmart that they really mean well, but you can only do what you're allowed to do. I've got a cool new flying camera. Ooh, look at you. Is it a new DVI? Isn't that it? DVJ. DVJ. Yeah. Isn't it? I don't know. DJV. One of the, you know the brand. One of the popular ones. FEMA stopped the drivers helping and said they were taking their stuff and taking it to Bristol. Huh. I wonder where they were at. That's in the ESC, this video on the drones that are flying. We went from October 1st to October 31st in 2 days, right? I know. It went from nightmare on the Appalachian Mountains. DJI Neo. Oh, there you go. So Sandy's in Johnson County and Eric's in Hawkins County. Hey, look at there, Eric. And here it is. We just got to listen to Thunderhead Hawkins. Look at you. If I'd have known that, I could have said, that's for you, Eric. A 69 for a high. Let's see. What are we supposed to get up to? That's one thing about Texas. We got no problem doing extremes. Yeah, see, like we're going to start out at 58 and we're going to top up into the 90s, like 91, 92. They were in Newport, Tennessee. What, Uncle Cracker or FEMA? FEMA, probably. Well, yeah, they'll hit the main areas and they'll stay off and way off. That's the problem. I don't know, man. Some of them drones, it depends on whose drone it is. Because that drone just becomes a body to fly over shit that can scan, zoom in, thermal, different layers. Right, Savage, everything's bigger in Texas. What's up, Canadian? Northern brother from another mother. That's one thing we've reached the level now once the drone technology. That's what kind of cracks me up sometimes with the UFO world. But because I mean, think about it, man. We've got drone racing. So that's on the public level. So if we've already achieved that as the public level, you know that on the military level, it's 2 to 3 times. That's just my take, you know. Crazy hillbilly. Good morning. Morning. And Blackbird, I think I said morning to you, ma'am. I think I did. So if I didn't, just good morning, good day, good afternoon, good evening, wherever that fits in. I lose track sometimes. The ISR balloons do the same, just staying aloft for 7 to 8 months. Yeah. Oh, well, in all honesty, Mike, there's satellites up there that could do it. I mean, think about it. We hear about like the Hubble telescope and stuff. Well, you take smaller ones mounted on satellites and they're flying and they get redirected and zoomed in, and we can literally, matter of fact, I remember, I can't remember which agency that was, but they literally took the satellite and zoomed in into New York, Central Park, a guy sitting on a bench and the paper he was holding and reading, and they zoomed in on the headline of that story. Damn, that was a long time ago too. And it was like, holy shit, check that shit out, buddy. They can just zoom right in on your ass. That's why I guess I've never been paranoid. I've just known that it's kind of like a lock on your door. I mean, it makes you feel safe, but in all honesty, man, it's only going to prevent a certain level. Matter of fact, my dad used to refer to it as a lock is only meant to keep an innocent person innocent, because it's going to be that resistance is where their conscience kicks in. Other than that, somebody wants in that door, whether it's blowing it off with a shorty or ramming it with an MRAP. Rudy had to come in here for some attention. The balloons are too high for any way to shoot them down. I don't know. We could pop them. What gets me is all these other countries that have been throwing satellites up in the atmosphere, and it's like, yeah, see, man. Thing is, will they still? Well, actually, Sandy, I don't know. I don't know technicalities on that, but they say that's kind of like how you do it. You do it above in the atmosphere, and that's how it causes the EMP. So if they were up in that area, I would think that the concussion would take them out. The balloon itself, much less the electronics. Waco your ass, right? Oh yeah. Right, PA, just imagine if they would focus them satellites right now, kind of like Elon did. Elon said, oh man, they ain't got no way to communicate, and deployed like 1,000 Starlinks, and then opened up the whole use of it for free in that whole disaster area. So just think, if we focused on some satellites down into that, we could start thermal reading, but they don't want to disclose what all they can do. They don't want to let the cat out the bag. Well, I heard they banned private drones in North Carolina. Well, I think there was some flying, but yeah, actually there was somebody they were using drones to deliver goods. I was like, man, that was impressive. Those were private drones too, but you know those damn things, son. Those are some big size drones. FEMA didn't allow private users out. Oh, you'll have to rewind, Canadian. I was actually playing a video from a couple of guys. One of them was a group called Aerial Recovery, and that's what they've been doing. There's Bear Independent with Grindstone Ministries. They've got a whole airstrip warehouses and food kitchen stuff to where they've been deploying food and meds and clearing out roads, because that's going to be the biggest thing, man, is just the access. It's not so much you can have a whole 18 wheeler full of goods, but if you got no way to get it to them, it doesn't do any good. So it's helicopters right now, and then you got to have crews cutting in roads. And that ain't a like, oh, let's just put some trees out the way. I mean, hell, you're talking about mountains with landslides, so you literally got to cut parts of the mountain off and make sure that what you're doing is stable. That's it, Miss Sandy. That's that one thing that dude from Air Recovery pointed out, going, it just, nobody's coming to your community. And that other guy was even talking that's most areas need to come up with some kind of recovery type plan, in your area, your community. It's like, wait, who says that? Watchmen, like a war zone, yeah. Well, and I'll tell you, there's another little part in that movie, and I wish I could find it, and that's, otherwise I'd just play the whole damn thing. But I'd say, well, listen, watch that video. But they talk about there was some shit going. It was starting to get a little ugly because people are hungry. People need stuff, and it talks about things you heard some of the prepping channels talk about. On how that conflict scenario. Well, some places have been experiencing that. Yeah, pack mules. Hey, what's up, Rab? What's up? Morning, sir. Morning, Dennis. FEMA tried to use Bear Independent address to claim they were using it as a food. Oh. Well, it's like this. These guys, if you listen to that video, they run into this town, Lake Wood or Lake something, and man, they had to butt heads with a sheriff, a fire marshal, and then this dipshit. He said it was from the Michigan National Guard or something, and like a response, and they were there for money. Apparently, North Carolina put out a bid on help, and so they sent a team, and these guys were even laughed when they walked in there and saw these guys sitting around. He's like, you could just tell these guys were older, out of shape. They're not fixing to hump it 200 yards up a hill. And he said the little leader of them kept eyeballing them and talking like they're all that and shit. And I'm seeing it, and he even talked about, it ain't got time for all this shit, just trying to save lives. Ain't got time for chest bumping and all that shit. Matter of fact, I think the one dude even refers to it as dick measuring. So a lot of it wasn't even the bigger thing, the big bad wolf. It was people also trying to get their own little glory. Hey, Camo Coral, Wolverines. What's up, D-Dog? Happy effing Friday, Mother Cluckers. Thank God it's Friday. Although, I mean, it's another day. But for you working schmoes, which I would gladly replace spots with you. But, hey, it's your Friday. What is it? Shad always says, Well, no, this is the start. He does his at night where you kick off your shoes. It's Friday, it's, yeah. What I meant. Your ego is not your amigo, right, Mike? Oh man, when you listen to that video and them describe that whole encounter as they roll into that town, and then the dude, he goes, he even heard him over telling the sheriff about, I know I need chopper. Get me a chopper. Well, he walked over and he goes, I've got a chopper. No, I can't work with you. I told you I can't work with you. I don't even know your skills. And acted all egotistical, holier than thou. And it's crazy when you listen to that and you think, man, yeah, that's that damn, you thought we would have gotten out of that. Rescue never underestimate the power of a team of jackasses. This is true, man. Hey, them jackasses used to pull that gold wagon all across the deserts, out of the hills of California, across New Mexico and Arizona and Texas, and them mule trains. That's some power. That's the torque. You got horsepower, and then you got the torque. The jackasses are the torque. There you go, kiss off. The Cluckin Alamo, where roosters don't sit around playing with their peckers, they do things and stuff. D-Dog quote. Yeah, the rescues quote more like make your day a good day. But you shouldn't sit around and do that anyway, because if you do it more than twice, then you're just playing around with it. So it's what they say. It's just what they say. That's what they say. That's what they say. I can't even do his accent. Think I'm going to go fix me some breakfast, thinking a ham and cheese omelet. Woot, woot. Ooh, Miss Sandy, look at you. Oh, so that coffee and that rolled little deal kind of got you the munchies now, huh? Miss Sandy's going to go knock out the munchies with a ham and cheese omelet. I see. Hanford's hiring anybody interested? Biscuits and gravy. I hear you. I think I'm going to throw some biscuits in the oven. Hey, Blue. Morning, morning. Yeah, I'm going to try to get, yesterday tried to get some stuff kind of moved around, but I got so much to tend to. I'm starting my little butterbean exercises, what I call butterbean exercises. Trying to do certain exercises to where I can learn certain limitations. And then I'm just going to try to keep pushing a little forward. I don't know. Something tells me I need to get in shape. Something just tells me I need to start getting some cardio up. I'm going to need some arm strength. I'm going to need some blood flow. I don't know. Just kind of got this back of the mind feeling like I'm probably going to need to be able to move. So I don't know what's to come. I know there's some shit coming regardless of whichever side of the toilet bowl you're on. The shit's real and it's happening. Biscuits and gravy, my favorite flavor of flour and water. Watchman says they ain't got no biscuits. Oh, and then here comes Miss Loretta. She's going to make homemade biscuits from scratch. Oh, I miss those days. My mom used to make awesome biscuits, and I'd ask her, but I guess I just didn't like, oh, I need to try to remember this. I would just kind of like, if we were going to make them, then I'd call and going, hey, what was that again? Okay, this is it. And I just, yeah, I miss that. And then I was going to learn how to make some, but then I lost that instructor too. So it is what it is. Savage says, yeah, in all seriousness, do your prepper stuff for my dudes and dudettes. Coffee says, agreed. Loretta, do you have a good recipe? Well, shoot, no. Coffee, she has a bad recipe. That's why she uses it, because it doesn't taste so good. I'm just picking at you, woman. Don't get mad at me. Morning, Shorty. I think I said that. See, I don't know. My brain skips. I got brain damage. It is what it is. I make the best of a situation. Flour and heavy cream. I gotta say, some white sausage gravy over biscuits. That's the shiznit right there, buddy. That's like the breakfast that built the country right there. We should have known then when it was going to get bad, when we went from biscuits and gravy for breakfast to pancakes and all this other stuff. We should have been, oh, hell, we're headed down the wrong road. Go back to biscuits and gravy. Oh, Loretta says, coffee, I don't use recipes. I just throw stuff in a bowl and mix it up. Probably so, Miss Blue. The sun is reporting another massive explosion on tanker. Oh, look at you, Miss Coffee, getting all that protein and thinking power. Eat real potatoes and eggs every morning. But are they yard fresh eggs, Coffee? Or are they store-bought eggs? Mm-hmm. Pancakes were made for lumberjacks that burned 3,000 calories before lunch, more calories than most burn in 24 hours, so I was told. Justification for pancakes, that's all savage. Some white sausage gravy with biscuits, with some eggs. I don't know what the calories are on that. Two voices in your head file restraining orders on you. Eric, you're so funny. Hey, yeah, there you go. Right, Blue. At least they agreed. Coffee says they are not. Around here, 12 fresh eggs are about $6. Insane. Yeah, I'm not impressed. Some of the people around here have been charging like $4 a dozen. And I'm like, man, it's amazing when they do it. Apparently it's okay. But if the store does it, then it's bad. And it's like, well, how about we just go back down to $2 a dozen or some shit? I personally just give dozens away as we collect them up. we just go find somebody to give them to. She'll take them to work. We take them around down the road, and we just, hey, you want some fresh eggs? Here you go. Hell, one day we even pulled up to this one dude's place that we knew, and his wife just kind of like had this deer in the headlight look, was looking at the missus, was like, yeah. And then when he got home, she told him, so he come over to say thanks and stuff, and we kind of chuckled about how she was just like shocked, like that somebody just stopped and given farm fresh eggs. Here you go. It's like, yep, no hidden message there, just there you go. Hey, man, if some shit just don't slow down and come together, we're just gonna spin out of control. I think I might drag my Christmas shit out of the shed. I hate putting lights up when it's cold. Snow's coming around. Halloween, yeah. Oof. Hey, morning, Tony. Hey, come on down, Coffee. You'll be freer down here anyway. Are chestnuts going to be roasting on? I don't know, but somebody's nuts might be. I don't know if it's going to be Chest or Bob, but somebody's are probably going to be roasting over an open fire because it's just kiss off, and poor old Chuck's nuts over an open fire. $2.50 a dozen here. I'll let you put up a tent too. Right, Rabbit. Freeze dried are a bit pricey, if easy to do. Man, it's that whole dehydrator thing. You know, one of them to actually do that, buddy. Them things are expensive as shit. Oh, I look at it this way. The world isn't going to stop just because you're pissy. Well, this is true. The 650-ton oil tanker is off the coast of Germany and the Baltic Sea. Oh, yeah, it just depends on where that tanker is going to or out of up in that region. And that's all under conflict right now. I could complain about one or more of life's injustice or maybe just pain or sorrow, but it never helps. So fuck it. Let's do this day. Right? Oh, it's not dehydrating. Dehydrating because I was given a dehydrator, which is badass, by the way. Dehydrated pineapple slices are the shiznit. But it's the other one. What is it? Dehydrated? Freeze dryer. The freeze dryer ones. Those are expensive as shit. There you go, Mike. It's Chet's nuts. Oh, I think the missus made it. Yep. Cool. Things are going to get very sketchy as we go through the end of the month. Oh, man. Into the next month, son. And then, well, actually, things to, in all honesty, I guess to me, things are just fixing to start picking up because you're going to have a bunch of shit within the next 30 days between now and then you get around November 7th, 6th. And then all of a sudden, it's going to take a different avenue given what happens in November. But there's still shit coming down the pipe. You just there's two opposing views. There's a constitutional republic, United States of America, and then there's some radical batshit crazy freako shit. My wife and I do not put up Christmas decor, no tree, none of that stuff. There are no children here. I've never had any. Wife's kids is grown, no kids, so it's just the wife and I. Oh, there you go, Savage. Yeah, I know. On this one, I don't have my little clip there, Kiss Off. Otherwise, I could play that one. I got to figure this one out. I'm not a big fan, but we make do till at least next week. Wife and I bought each other expensive gifts, though, throughout the year anyway. This year, all she wanted was a new dishwasher machine and a few bottles of Chanel No. 5. Me, I'm easy. Guns and ammo. Just put parchment paper on the racks and put 4 to 6 eggs on each one. Run power crisp with no wetness. Then powder and back. KP says, all I can do is float an air biscuit, but it doesn't smell like a biscuit. Watchman got a link of some lady dehydrating. Miss Yoda, Grumpy's better half. Yoda, that woman dehydrating all kinds of stuff for freeze drying, doing, yeah. Got to make a phone call, maybe back if not, y'all make it a great day. Right on, Coffee. Keep your head on a swivel, ma'am, and be safe. And if I don't see you, make it a good day and make it a good weekend, which maybe I'll see you in the morning if me and Grumpy do the without rule of law. That ought to be fun in the morning. Just seeing your mug on here is good. Oh, yeah, okay. Hey, it's Halloween time. Boo! Ryan just bought me a food saver. Vacuum sealer 100, but it's awesome. Make it makes. I tell you, I did see one of them food saver things, though, Savage, that, and I thought about, I don't know, we'll see. We'll get there eventually, but it's like one of these vacuum sealers, but it's got this attachment so you can take and put a hose on that and then hook it up to like the mason jars and you can vacuum seal the jars. And I thought that was pretty cool. I've seen people using that, doing bags of beans and stuff and putting them in the mason jars and vacuum seal them. Shit like that. So I thought, well, that'd be cool. But that's like illusions of grandeur. Oh, Miss Loretta has one. Okay. I figured that'd be, see, that just seemed like that'd be really good. What are we at? We're at 2 hours. 31 of y'all in here. Well, I'll just ask before I do it. So you want me to play a couple of songs or something? I mean, I just ain't pointing. I'll play a song. I can play what I want. I'll play what I want all day long. But if I click something, I just hate to see, so many of you just go poof. Because music's not your thing. Which, as long as y'all keep talking, I'll just chat back with you in chat, so it don't matter to me. Damn, Eric bought a dehydrator yard sale for $10. The Ostra brand. What'd you say? Never used. Damn it, look at you, Eric. Hell yeah. That probably looked like a slot machine jackpot for a squirrel. You get fried squirrel and gravy. Well, that'll take you back a day. Hey, give me just a minute. I'm going to get me something to drink and replenish my morning stuff. So we can just jam for a minute. Hey, morning, Nick. What's up, buddy?
I'm gonna take a freight train down at the station, and I don't care where it goes. I'm gonna climb a mountain, the highest mountain, Lord. Gonna jump off and nobody gonna know. Can't you see?
Yeah, that's Blackstone Cherry. Kiss Off. Can't you see? It's a remake of that song. Can't you see? There's the original. Hey, what's up, prepping artist? Killian Rambo. Hey, by the way, I dig that Without Rule of Law. Grumpy turned me onto that. Well, I've seen y'all doing it, but I never, I didn't really know nothing about the game. I was just sitting, I'd listen when you'd do it on your stream, and then Grumpy came up, not this last Friday. He came up last Friday and showed the deck, and he ended up giving one away while we were up talking and stuff, and then we played a couple of cards. He's going to hook me up with it. We might even do a little episode in the morning. But it was pretty interesting. Pretty cool. College, actually, if it was it was a last lap singing song. Last lap more. All them lap dances I see. Heaven forbid if I started playing some of them old Poison songs or something. Some of y'all gonna start having flashback to the old days, huh? I see what's up now. I don't think I played this one for y'all. I think I just listened to this one earlier this morning, but we'll go with this one. Moonchild. I think I said morning to you. See, once again, I forget. So good morning, good day, good afternoon, good evening, wherever it's working for you. If I haven't said morning to you, it's because I'm just an asshole. Overlook me. Good morning.
I never saw anything like it. To me, he's one of the greatest entertainers that I've ever seen.
Some Everlast. And then we'll shift gears because I kind of always keep y'all guessing. So, here you go. Little Godsmack.
Shit. best I ever did. I'm doing the best that I can. I'm doing the best I ever did. Now go away. I'm doing the best I ever did. I'm doing the best that I can. I'm doing the best I ever did. Now go away. I'm doing the best I ever did. I'm doing the best that I can. I'm doing the best I ever did. Now go away. I'm doing the best I ever did. Go away. I'm doing the best that I can. Now on the day I was born, the nurses all gathered round, and they gazed in wide wonder at the joy they had found. The head nurse spoke up, said, "Leave this one alone." She could tell right away that I was bad to the bone, bad to the bone, bad to the bone, bad, 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 bad to the bone. I broke 1,000 hearts before I met you. I'll break 1,000 more, baby, before I am through. I wanna be yours, pretty baby, yours and yours alone. I'm here to tell you, honey, that I'm bad to the bone, bad to the bone, bad, bad, bad to the bone. A rich woman beg, and I make a good woman steal. I make an old woman blush, and I make a young girl squeal. I wanna be yours, pretty baby, yours and yours alone. I'm here to tell you, honey, that I'm bad to the bone, bad, 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 bad to the bone. Every woman I meet, they all stay satisfied. I wanna tell you, pretty baby, what I see I make my own. And I'm here to tell you, honey, that I'm bad to the bone, bad to the bone, bad, 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 bad to the bone.
Little BTO, Bachman Turner Overdrive. And by the way, so I want to comment real quick because I thought that was a good thing. So Prepping Artist was saying, Blue Butterfly, do you think if they take internet away, that will still work? Talking about Starlink. And what's up? Morning, Papas. Been a minute. Good to see you, sir. So from my take, my perspective, so if they were to like, because I could see this, so if say they cut the backbone off, so what the public and everybody considers the World Wide Web, that stops. One benefit to the Starlink system is and being the shit, the way Elon talks, man, he acts like he'll flip them off. So if you had a provider that would probably be more prone to kick all his little Starlinks into being a small network so that areas could communicate, I could see that. So relying on any kind of other landline or any type of provider is always going to be on the fiber backbone. One thing about with him and having the actual disbursement of it, while he ties everybody into the fiber backbone and use the internet, technically, if they did something to that internet, he could still use those as an interior network. So instead of accessing the World Wide Web, you would just talk to homeboy in North Carolina or over in Washington or wherever it's deployed. That I could see that being a positive. So that's just 2 cents, We just have to see how this goes. The shit's gonna get real, I know that. It's coming. Yeah, Blue's on Starlink now. And he deployed, like I said, 1,000 up into North Carolina and opened up that whole area for free use so people could communicate about supplies and everything else. Right, Kelly? Rambo, I got you. All right. Some more tunage. Oh, welcome back, Mrs. Metal.
Trans Am and primer paint. Nobody taught me I was born this way. No silver spoon to feed a 401k. On Bourbon Street, the girls are screaming, they're calling out my name. Wanna be a white trash millionaire. Ain't got much and I don't care. Count your cash and kiss my ass. The whole damn world gonna know I've been here. I got 2 zigzags and you know I'll share. I'm everyone from nowhere. White trash millionaire. Some Get 'em up high, now we're gonna go from side to side, front to back, back to front, front to back. Here we go, here we go. I wanna be a white trash millionaire. Ain't got much and I don't care. Count your cash and kiss my ass. The whole damn world's gonna know I've been here. Got 2 zigzags and you know I'll share. I'm everyone from nowhere. White trash, white trash, white trash, white trash millionaire. Ain't got much and I don't care. Count your cash and kiss my ass. The whole damn world's gonna know I've been here. Got 2 zigzags and you know I'll share. I'm everyone from nowhere. White trash millionaire.
Hey, morning, Miss Teresa. Sorry I saw you sliding in. Hopefully you hear me. It's Friday, thank God.
Red sky this morning was not much of a warning for what you had planned for me. He'll have no fury. She's a judge and she's my jury. She pulled the world right out from under my feet. I'll take it like a man. No need of feeling sorry for me, but you better understand. Yeah, karma is about to step behind me. If I were you, I'd sleep with one eye open. I'd keep praying, keep hoping. Yeah, you ought to be watching your back. If I were you, I'd be looking over my shoulder, 'cause every day gets closer to what's coming for you. Payback's a bitch.
Vote November 5th. Vote.
Don't be so foolish as to think you made it through this. Smelling like a rose and fancy free. Don't think you wrecked it. I'll get you when you least suspect it, and tear down that old tangle where you eat. You're looking at a man shining happy like a brand new penny. I bet you're looking for Payback's a bitch. Payback's a bitch. Payback's a bitch. Yeah, payback's a bitch.
Man, I love that song. I just hate that word. I don't know. And I used to not really even think about that word. But for some reason nowadays, I think about that word. So I don't know if it's because they have such disdain and disrespect for women right now that all of a sudden I feel like an overwhelming need to not disrespect or disdain women, or I don't know. It used to just be a word, but somehow the past few years, it just really has kind of found a place to go, just leave it with that. And yeah, I saw that about Papa's show thing, the spooky stories. And I'll tell you a little side note. This was kind of which it happens around here. So it's not like a new thing. It was just it was funny, the connection of things. Uh, but so the other night, it was kind of a rough night, one of them physical kind of, and I was like, oh man. And I laid down. I was up for a while. Then I went and laid down. And just as I laid down and I pulled the covers, and you kind of have that moment, when you lay down and you're kind of right there and you're like there for the moment. Dude, as soon as I did that, it was like two hands thumped on the bed. And I laid there and I thought, did I really just feel that? Did that really happen? Or was that just some kind of twitch? Well, then the next morning, whenever I said something to the missus, son, her eyes shot big and she said, it woke me up. And I said, well, it must have just been Mom. I wouldn't sweat it. And she was like, yeah, man. So she doesn't get nervous about it, but we have all kinds of little things that happen, and we just it's like I don't know, however you want to look at it, the remnants of my mom, the energy from my mom, the spirit of my mom, whatever your take is. But it's like there's a part of her, and there'll be like little things that happen. And there's been times when the dogs, even since we got my son's dog, and they'll be down in the end of the hallway in the living room, and then somehow they'll be moving, and then they just stop and they'll look down the hallway, and it's like you can tell that they're looking at something, but yet there ain't nothing there. And it's just, we just kind of joke, kind of know what it is. Just, it is what it is. I don't know. I don't get scared. The horror story things, that's, hey, some random dude. But it just, yeah. So I don't know. That was kind of funny, man, because she's, my eyes shot on when she looked at me and she said, that woke me up. I said, yeah. She goes, yeah, I didn't know what there was. I said, yeah, I don't know. So there's always little things. It is what it is. That's last night on Mayhem's when they were doing the horror story thing. I was kind of looking at those, and I just kind of had to find a way to judge them, because I'm like, I don't know, man. Scary stories just ain't scary stories. Now, I will say, whenever I was young, Jaws. But I don't know if you'd say it scared me of the ocean, other than it woke me up to the ocean going, oh, yeah, you're just a floating nugget whenever you go out there. And then, of course, as I grew up and saw more offshore, and then it was like, yeah, that ain't my forte. I ain't fixing to jump in no water. Somebody got to have to need me, because that's what I'm going to focus on, is that. I put everything to the side for that, but that's it. Ain't no entertainment value in this shit. I ain't a big fan of swimming in lakes or either. just because I don't like that, I don't know. I guess you'd almost say it's a form of helplessness once you kind of learn to respect what's there. Now, given the environment, it depends, but which swimming ain't my thing no more. Hell, I can't even get in the pool. I tried that shit. That buoyancy thing totally backfired on the whole spinal thing. I was thinking of relaxing, and it didn't relax. It was while I was in there. Faces of Death F me up. Oh, yeah. I used to love the ocean when I was younger. Yeah, see, me too. Matter of fact, I remember being down in Crystal Beach, and hell, I got brushed by a sand shark and had the hide taken off of my leg, damn near like sandpaper. But it didn't slow me down. It was just all of a sudden, then when Jaws came out, it got me. The more I'd swim and we'd go out in the surf, I kind of would think about that and it'd be like, yeah, there's shit out here, man. Still want to spend a night at the Cashtown Inn at Gettysburg, supposedly majorly haunted. Some random dude, I'm missing context, but I'm here to say, be prepared. Right on, some random dude. Oh, it just kind of, man, you know what? I play a little music. We shoot the shit. Earlier, I played a video. I would still, by the way, whoever's listening, I would recommend watching the Sean Ryan show video about the two guys with Hurricane Helene up there and boots on the ground, kind of an outside look at what really was going down and how things were. That's kind of that's the way I guess I could categorize it. I don't know. I would just recommend it. Wish I'd have watched American Beauty before I got married. Right, Rabbit. See, that's my take, man. And I have no desire to be a floating nugget. What is it, Rescue? If you went water skiing, would you be like a skipping rock? Actually, you know what, D-Dog? You say that. I don't know if that inspired my skill in water skiing, but when my grandfather took me out on Sam Rayburn and was going to teach me how to ski, I wanted to learn how to ski. He said, okay, I'll teach you. Well, I was okay when we first went out there. I jumped in the water. I got the skis on. I'm holding the rope. He starts to take off. But as I get up and I'm skiing and I kind of get it, but then as he goes to churn, all of a sudden I just ate it. Well, I didn't know what to do. And believe it or not, I didn't let go of that rope. I held on and he finally came to a stop. And then he pulled me up to the boat and he goes, well, just let go of the rope. I said, oh man, I wasn't fixing to let go of the rope and just dangle out there in water, Grandpa. And so I learned how to ski better. Rayburn is my lake. Hey man, Sam Rayburn is the lake. It's the lake of lakes. If we could do some fabulous fantasy fucking ice wall around an area to section everything else in the world away, I would gladly do it around Toledo Bend and Sam Rayburn. Let's just do an ice wall around that and be like, see, there we go. Now we got paradise. Big ass gator guards in Sam Rayburn. Yes, there are, Huckleberry. Story about that one too. It was funny. That's when I realized I didn't really care for fresh water, that there was just as badass shit in fresh water as there was in the ocean. Because went swimming, came back up, was hanging around the bank, and all of a sudden here comes this John boat hauling ass, and man, he just runs aground. He hops out his boat and he goes up to the back of his truck and he gets an axe handle. He comes back and he commenced to going to town in that boat, son. I'm talking, he was going to town. Wham, wham. And me and a friend were sitting there. We looked at each other and looked at that dude and it was like, what the crap? So then he stopped and we just kind of looked at each other and we started walking that way. And it was like, what's wrong? And he says, oh, I just wanted to go ahead and kill that. I didn't want that thing to snag my arm or anything as I got it out. And we leaned over that damn John boat son and looked down in there, and all I remember seeing was it seemed like it was 10-foot long mouth, but it really wasn't. It was probably about 3 or 4 foot. But it was just this long row of teeth connected to a fish ass. And it was like, wait, what? Where did you get that? Oh, just right around the cove to the right there. I had it on one of my trot lines. Holy shit. Yep, that was that, buddy. That was that. Hey, man, I'll own it. I'll own that shit 100%. You better learn to respect shit in its territory. That's all I'm going to say. People can go, oh, you're just scared of the ocean. You're just scared. Call it fucking fear. I'm all, I would rather go into fucking Grizzly Mountain and take my fucking chances with a whole mountain full of grizzly bears before go dangle my feet off to the whole underworld that lives in the body of water that just kind of like consumes you like a chicken nugget. At least you got a fighting chance if you're on your 2 feet. We were human beings designed to be on our feet. Keep me on my feet, I'm contendable. Dangle me like some little puppet in the body of water. Fuck that shit. That fits under that whole role of know your place, and that ain't my place. It's like people say man-eating sharks. I've never had one knock on my door or come in my yard yet, so I don't know nothing about all that. So I figure you don't go dangle yourself in front of them, you don't become Luby's buffet. That's it. You're just dangling bait, man. Shot the bottom of the boat. Yeah, but it's not just the gar, Huckleberry. Everything else. I watched a friend in school. We used to shoot what we called the flumes, and they were so down in Beaumont because of the rice fields. There's locks and the canal. Well, going underneath one section of the road down there, we had these big, basically drainage ditch type culverts, but they had locks on the end, so gates, so you could control the flow. So if they wanted to swell up and flood the fields, they do that. And so at home, we jumped in them 3 tubes, and only 2 of us came out, and the other one got hung up in a ball of cottonmouths. So that was just, there was one more reason. Snapping turtle. I'm sorry, watch a snapping turtle. An alligator snapping turtle take a freaking twig, not even a twig, a goddamn limb, your boot. It will literally dent a steel toe boot. So yeah, that's why people that do the noodling, kudos to you, brother. I ain't sticking my hand in no unknown hole. I've kind of grown accustomed to them digits. If you're in a group and a bear comes toward you, you don't have to be, you just don't be the, that's it. You ain't got to be fast. You just got to be faster than the next dude. So random. That's funny. Any second now, on the edge of the vast precipice, millimeters from the point of no return, seconds from a cavalcade of catastrophes, microseconds from having our poop pushed in, be prepared. Same thing applies to the oceans to me anymore. If my 19th, they can't go, neither do I, right? I will say I've come to realize some of those people, though, that do the noodling, it's kind of staged up shit. And I'm like, aha, I kind of caught some of that back end shit. But so they'll do the box and then they put it down into the bank of the water, and you don't really see that built box that they did. And then I kind of questioned how the catfish actually got up in there. Was it like placed so you can get the camera shots of the, ooh, I'm noodling. Scatpack says, be in control of your own mind or someone else will control it. Be calm and keep moving forward. That's it. Carl says, I think I could meld a wheelchair and a paddle boat together. Hey, man, I will say there was a time here not long ago I kind of had wished I had taken some of those blue drums and got maybe like 6 of them and made like a platform. Put like a little handrail around it and shit, but then I could actually go out up on the little lake in my chair. I just go up on there, push away, have a little trolling motor in the center. I could steal the whole little platform. Ain't got to go fast. Ain't got to fight no strong currents or no shit like that. So it would have been perfect if I only knew then what I know now. Fortune cookie sticking one hand in an unknown hole might need antibiotics. Or lose it. Lose the limb. If you can't swim, stay away from there. Oh, I can swim. Son, I can swim. Matter of fact, I think it's probably that awareness of what is around me. I can, well, I say I can swim. I can't do shit anymore. I'm a fucking invalid now. So, but I used to could swim. And I ski water. I skim the top. So do y'all think we will have an election or will they push some crap on us, martial law or something? All I can do is I come up with different opinions, but I have no specific, oh, it's going to be this, because this is so ass backwards, upside down that, you can theorize a story and I could lock into it, but I'm like, man, you know what? Just when you think up is really up, no, it's now down. Oh, wait, that's right. No, up is down, down is up. Oh, no, now up is left and down is right. And you're like, wait, what the fuck? And so, this response to this whole hurricane, anything's on the table. So, thinking that kind of shit through, I just say, think of the what would be the best possibility, and then start building all the way up to the very worst thing you could think of. And somewhere in there is probably where it's going to fall, because I mean, there's, I get it. There's certain, I don't know if you say mindsets or theories or opinions, but it's just, it's, oh, they're going to do this. They're going to do, I don't think anybody could possibly know this. Even corruption is beyond, they're beyond corruption. They're like literally flat out evil. What's up, Navy vet? Morning. So, I would say you pray for the best and prepare for the worst. And I think we are living in a time right now that statement has no truer meaning than it ever did. This is, as Eric always points and reminds us, this is history in the making. We've never been through this. People can refer to history all they want. We've never been here. This has never happened. Nothing like this has ever happened. This whole format has never happened. So everything is new. Oh, wait, what did I miss? What are we talking? What happened? Where do we go south? Here I am. I'm babbling about the election stuff. And then all of a sudden there's who's lying about what? About the whole episcopus of being on the thing. I see. I missed something. You, but you have a higher scrap value, Blue. Wait, who's scrapping Blue? Why are we scrapping Blue? We don't need to be scrapping Blue. She just got set in her little paradise. So the skinny one, big gal. Hey, big gals, that's more hugging. So do skinny ones. We have had elections during wartime in the past. There are no excuses to not have elections other than to take over a country and become a dictatorship. Well, now see, now as far as the reasoning, I'm with you, Rabbit. I mean, that's why I say everything's on the table, because that's a given. They're going to do that. It's, they stole the last one, and they have broken so much constitutional shit that they know they have to do all they can possibly do for this one. So that's, but what all they're willing to pull out to get there, and what all we're going to go through, it's like throwing a can of pixie sticks in there. Where they all fall, who knows? Because, man, like I said, the hurricane response, dude, you literally, North Carolina, you literally got, that's what I was talking about the other day. You literally got parajumpers, rescue people, you got chopper, you got access to battalions of shit right there, and yet, nope. Just twiddle your thumbs and whistle in the wind, and it's like, wait a minute, what? When did we get this evil? Your fucking politics and the media corruption, it was one thing, but good God, dude, people are literally up on fucking mountains dying and shit. You got kids dying. And it's like, you know what? But then again, you know what? Criminals that are backed up into a corner, hell, they'll shoot everybody to try to see if it'll get out, or just take whoever they can with them. So when you think about the whole criminal mindset of everything that's been broken, you kind of go, oh yeah, so this could go south so bad, unbelievable. So what I miss, big gals are soft, grateful. Wait, what? And can cook like nobody's business. Personal accusation leveled against me. Oh well, I'll just, everybody, and anybody that's been around knows, if it's something from another channel, all I ask is don't bring it here. I ain't involved, and I really don't want to be injected into it. No one is coming to say you're right, Blue. There's the biggest picture that was been painted by this. Ain't nobody coming. It's community. It's going to be fellow Americans. It's going to be we the people is what's going to be the saving grace. So, but then again, are we going to be able to collectively come together to do that? Because that's what, like I pointed out the other day, is you got one side that their hatred and just will sum it up with evilness and the soullessness, but their intent is so direct. That's why they can all gather together, because they have a focal point. And so they're collectively together on single point target. I mean, like, they're all in. It's the other side that's still all scattered. And so, dude, that's the scariest part, because it's kind of like you can have the biggest force, but if they won't get together in companies and battalion type things and teams, but that other side is just unified line after line after line. Raw. And so that's, I don't know. I'm a simple guy, so I see things kind of simplistic. And if the right side, Republican side, conservative, whatever title, I don't care. It's all anti that shit. Okay, so let me catch up. What now? Hey, what's up, John? Morning. Narcissa would rather sink the entire ship than give up the helm. Exactly, Navy vet, and see, and that's the scary part. Prepping artist 750 for hurricane victims. While illegals got all the money, and now there is no money more. What the? Oh well, and like somebody even pointed out, them two guys when I was showing that video there. So you gave them $750 first. How do they even access it? And then where do they spend it? Because it's not like they can even order anything and have it delivered. There's no roads, and there's no stores to go spend it in. Things were wiped out. So that's, man, food, medicine, and water. That's what those people need. And then shelters and cold weather gear. I'll work over. Oh, thank you. Okay, thank you, Random. I should have the 750 as a loan. Replacement. Sorry, I'm trying to catch it. Pizza for breakfast. Hey, you know what? Actually, cold pizza is good, and especially if it has Canadian bacon, pepperoni, and pineapple on it, and it's thin crust. It's really good because pineapple tastes really good on pizza. What's up, Tiger? Morning. Well, see, actually, Rabbit, though, that's not such a bad idea. Now, what they did might have been the stupid version, but when you think about this, so follow me, that's actually not a bad idea. I don't know if somebody at the lower level kind of had a good idea and it got polluted or but an electric chainsaw would have actually been the best way to go nowadays, because what you can do is you can plop up one of those little portable solar panels to charge up those batteries that you run that off of, instead of having to fly gasoline mixtures into people for chainsaws. So depending on how they were deployed, that could have been like a shining thing, because you kind of, here's the chainsaw, here's the battery pack, and here's a portable solar charge that. You can also charge your phone while you're at it. Bam, good solution. Hey, here's an electric chainsaw. Cool. No way to charge it. So I don't know if they did solar panels with it or not. I thought about that when I was thinking about all the trees and all the shit that's having to be cut through. Because at that magnitude and that flow of saws and fuel and stuff, you're going to need fuel runs, between equipment and then the amount of saws. Oh, they did no solar. Then yeah, see, that was just stupid then. I gotta tell you, Huckleberry, I've seen some reviews on some of them that are pretty. They're not as good, but they'll get a job done. I tell you what, I'd rather have an electric chainsaw with a solar panel than to have some 4-foot bar Husqvarna with a 5-gallon tank of gas. Because at one point that tank of gas is going to run out. You can have the biggest saw you want. If you can't fuel it, it ain't no good. Where this a little smaller electric one, maybe you got to cut it down in pieces. I was on a panel the other day and we were doing a convo on the disaster in North Carolina. And a guy claiming to be a FEMA member and was slamming the channel over misinfo about boots on the ground videos. Oh, it's probably just some leftist ass troll, Dennis. Enough extenders were to reach the White House. Yeah, power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. Good old Marcus Aurelius. Now there's your role model. If you do good things, you won't need to defend it. People would see it. Yeah, well, not so much, really, Dennis. I mean, I agree with where you're going with it. I'm just, there's a part of me that not fully in. Not just from the experience with people, and it's like I just. Some random Sue says you got to go prep. Take care. All right, later, bud. Make it a good day. Choice is yours, and you are capable of doing anything you put your mind to. Yeah, I'll be looking for firewood, right? I just say it's come a long way, and it is here. I mean, now, hey, if you got, there's some people around here that would probably just laugh their ass off at me for saying it, but then again, they've got like 500-gallon tanks of diesel on their property and 250 gallons of gas, unleaded gas. So yeah, they're set. But I mean, just on the general, like, something handy to have, and all of a sudden you got to cut some limbs and shit out of your way to try to get out or to get something out of somewhere. And one thing about an electric too, you don't have to worry about carburetors getting clogged up. So as long as it doesn't, all you got to do is keep it dry. So I don't know. They have their place, I do believe. I know I personally love my little DeWalt Sawzall, and I have done a shitload with that. Hell, the old one I had for 15 years before it broke doing that one tree out there. And then thanks to y'all awesome people, I have a new one that I love just as much. And I'm going to be putting it to work on them pile of limbs out there. I thought about having like some kind of fire. I started to think about it tonight, but then I was like, no, because I don't want to step on nobody's toes. I don't really try to do that intentionally. So when I do, it's not like it's intentional. I went from the night and the morning, and sometimes I would like to do something in the evening, but I really don't want to start no drama shit. So I just usually leave the evenings alone. But I thought about doing maybe Saturday night a fire. I'll get out there if I can cut up enough, start working on cutting that shit up. I know I've got to get something going. It's just the cold's going to come in. That's going to limit what I do. If it starts the rainy season shit while it's cold, then that really is going to kill me. So shit just got to get done. Carl women, everyone to keep in the truck. Don't give to y'all around gas, just some boring chamber. That's it. Solar takes so long to charge up though. Well, yeah, but if you were to have a 2 battery type system, you could actually be charging one while you were using one. That's why I think I've got 3 of those that go for actually, yeah, 3, 4 of them. I think I got 4 total, and that's because it's the weed eater, the sawzall, the drill. I got a little hand saw, the jigsaw. Then I got an adapter to use my older DeWalt stuff with, and that's 2 different flashlights, another drill. Oh, and a rotary cutter. Yeah, so there's a lot when all you got to do is, as a matter of fact, that's all I really probably ought to try to get my hands on is some kind of portable solar panel. Although that's an expense. Just like, yeah, okay, whatever. Hell, I'm doing good to keep my yard clean. See, I get caught up in these cool little conversations with y'all while I'm sitting here, and I kind of lose track of where I'm at in reality, and I kind of get caught up in yeah, and then I go to move, and it's like everything slows down, and that's why everything's backed up. To be quite honest, I feel like a total clusterfuck. And it's a major disappointment to myself. I mean, I got material out there to help with the house. I got to tend to the chickens. I've got the stuff that's been given to me to help me hatch some more. Just got to get that set up going. It's just like one thing after another. Welcome back, Coffee. I found a 4-foot bar, 2-person military 28 volt. That to be a very strong chainsaw. And a pile of shovels at a flea market. $25 for a $1,000 saw. Hell yeah, looky there. If you're in the Thai truck, I'll be working. The Thai truck or the taco truck? If she's in the taco truck, then Huckleberry's going to probably kidnap her and haul ass. Solely for the tacos. He'll end up discarding Kiss Off down the road. Just know how Huckleberry is. I know, Blue. That's just it gets out of my mind. I lose track of that. And then you deal with the whole bullshit emotional response whenever you realize you can't do that. Be too bad I can be the siren. She can wear one of them ball caps that has the flashing lights. Woo, woo. Although I think it would actually be cooler if the hat Scat Pack was like the Mickey Mouse ears that were red and blue. That would look cooler. Margaritas. This is true. Now, Huckleberry, I don't know if Huckleberry cares for the margaritas. I know he goes rabid over tacos. Tuck says, I'm currently deciding which home repair task I'm going to postpone. The list is long, Tuck. It'll only last 60 seconds for Huck. Hell, he won't even make it to the stop sign. Damn. Carl Ab, a Mall chainsaw 4-stroke 4-cylinder with a 6-foot, 8-foot, and 12-foot bars. It's a monster. Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, that's a 2-people one. Carl says, actually, I own 5 chainsaws right now. I need to pick one and off the rest. Well, unless they're similar models, then you just need to, you could actually probably start taking a few apart, store the parts for spare parts. Just condense them out of the case and you just have them for replacement parts. Matt says, I don't care for margaritas. Just give me a 32-ounce frosted beer. In the frosted glass, Matt. In the frosted glass. That's the shiz in it. Is that what you meant by frosted beer? Because I will say, now that's when a beer is a good beer. A nice cold beer in a frosted mug. A good hot day. Or even just, a decent day. Yeah, that'd be good. Really long, to be honest, waiting for noon so I can run a hammer drill into the common wall. Crappy shelves need extra brackets. Oh, are you in an apartment, Tuck? Is that why you wait till noon? Because of the neighbors? Neighbor. You can try them out cutting me firewood. Ow. Call ketone with the 20-inch to 24-inch, the most useful size. I would say, man, when I went and bought that, the first DeWalt Sawzall is when they first came out. And I told the dude at the store, I go, so now is this really going to be legit? And he goes, well, so far everybody that gets them says that they're really good. And I literally bought that Sawzall, and I think I got 5 or 8 2x4s. And I told him, I said, I'm going to cut them things up into chunks. And if that battery don't last, then I'll be bringing it back. He said, bring it on back. Well, I literally cut that 2x4s up on a charge, and I was like, well, shit, it earned my respect. And then I proceeded to carry that Sawzall. Hell, I'd be out there in a bucket, and guys would laugh at me because I didn't go down and get the big old steel chainsaw out to cut the limbs and trees off. I'd take that Sawzall, put that wood blade in there, and just lean out and go, wham, cut that shit up. Oh, that's a good skill. Always like to have at least 2 saws, self-rescue in a pinch. That's it. Well, you should always have, I mean, I know most people don't want to hear it, but you should always have a limb saw. You know, a good coarse limb saw. You just drag them across limb and stuff, if nothing else. Hey, it's been 3 hours and 15 minutes. Guess I could start a juggling act. Oh, now there's you a skill. Juggling. Hand-eye coordination. I've cut down and cut up a tree with a saw. Right, Eric? Yep. Hell, y'all watched me do it right out there. Well, it's a small tree, and then just cutting up the other stuff. Chainsaw juggling X. Hey, I saw that somewhere. Was that where was that? There was somebody that, boy, that was a long time ago. I think that was back when we used to do kind of crazy exploratory shit. You know, you'd see the Harlem Globetrotters and all kinds of weird stuff, Barnum and Bailey Circus. But yeah, somebody was flipping running chainsaws, juggling them. Of course, they were littler ones, but they were running. And them saw will cut right through flesh and bone without a problem. Get out of being trapped. And you better have your tourniquets with you, right? Don't sign off. Rescue IDs. Come here, work today. I'm sure somebody's going to go live. Hutch will probably be on smoke break here shortly. Discipline yourself. Wait a minute. The armless man did it once. What is it, little fat electrician says? It's not a war crime the first time. Discipline yourself first if you want to lead others effectively. Hey, prepping artists Kelly and Rambo. Y'all make it a good day and make it a good weekend. I started to fall into that having stuff, and it's like, man, no, got to remind yourself, make it one. You got the power. No one is doing lives in the middle of the days anymore. I thought Hutch has been doing smoke breaks, hadn't he? Oh, look at you, Dusty. Got to make brownies and muffins. Man. If I live closer, and I would volunteer to be one of your grandkids. $6 p.m. Eastern. Hey, you know, with what's coming, kind of want to might get your mind right. Don't panic. Don't freak out. Don't get caught up in the rhetoric. Just, and I really mean this with all my heart, but pray for the best. But prepare for the worst thing you can think of. Because I personally believe anything's on the table. So don't get caught up in just one little vacuum or one little bubble. Y'all make it a good day. The choice is always up to you. You have been given the capability to do anything that you put your mind to. You figure it out. I appreciate y'all. Thank God it's Friday. Thanks for starting it with me. Y'all make a good day. Tonight, Mad Shad is on tonight. So, plenty of choices. Y'all take care. Peace.
If I ain't here tomorrow, if the good Lord says it's my time to go, I don't see that morning sunset. There's some things I need for you to know. The truck is yours if you want it. It'll run forever if you treat it right. When you think of me on some back road, that's because I'm right there by your side. Chase your dreams until you catch on. Leave your doubts in a cloud of dust. You can't ever love too big. You can't call your mom too much. Do your best to get it right. Forgive yourself when you don't. Hope you don't forget how much I love you. I ain't here tomorrow.
John just add water to the pot. Peace.
Don't let life turn you bitter. Don't be ashamed to bow your head. Take it easy on the liquor. Remember what it did to your granddad. Yeah, you're gonna get your heart broke, but a couple of tears don't make you weep. You're gonna find that girl God made just for you. Knows what he's doing, wait and see. Chase your dreams until you catch on. Leave your doubts in a cloud of dust. You can't ever love too big. You can't call your mom too much. Do your best to get it right. Forgive yourself when you don't. Hope you don't forget how much I love you. I ain't here tomorrow.
Roger that, Grumpy. We can do both too, but I'll holler at you. I promise you today I will send the email. Hey, y'all remember, you're capable of doing anything you put your mind to do. That's an important thing to understand about yourself. Don't let outside negative stuff tell you what you can't do. You can Do it. Make it a good day.
Keep the shotgun in the family, raise your babies by the book, and keep my picture in your wallet, keep your car keys on a hook. Do your best to get it right, forgive yourself when you don't. Please don't ever forget how much I love you. I ain't here tomorrow.
Thanks, everybody. Make it a good day. Peace.